Something is breaking in America, and it's happening at your dinner table. In 2025, a crisis is unfolding that touches every household, every neighborhood, every city. Grocery stores are vanishing. Food prices are skyrocketing. Family farms are filing for bankruptcy, and fast food chains that once felt invincible are closing by the hundreds. This isn't just about inflation. This is about a food system under siege from every direction at once. I'm STATELOG, and today we're going to connect the dots between farm bankruptcies, fast food collapses, and grocery store desserts to show you the complete picture of America's food emergency. Let's start where all food begins, America's farms. And they're in serious trouble. According to farmer Joel Salatin, beef prices have surged 14 to 18% year-over-year. But this isn't just inflation. The U.S. beef herd has dropped to its lowest level since 1950. The devastating droughts of 2021 and 2022 forced massive herd liquidations. And here's the brutal truth about beef: it has the longest production cycle of any protein. From birth to slaughter takes 20 to 30 months. That means the shortages we're seeing now will continue through 2028. Then there's coffee. Prices are up nearly 20% because almost all of our coffee comes from abroad, making it vulnerable to every trade disruption. And here's where it gets really interesting. Soybeans. China used to buy a quarter of all U.S. soybeans, half of our entire export market. When they cut purchases, American farmers got crushed. The government is planning an $11 billion bailout. But Joel Salatin has a controversial take. These farmers are losing $100 per acre on soybeans. If they'd been growing grass for beef instead, they'd be making $1,000 per acre profit. Think about that swing. From losing $100 to making $1,000 per acre, this leads to a surge in farm bankruptcies. Agricultural input costs jumped due to tariffs. Chemical fertilizer costs quadrupled when Russia, the world's largest supplier, invaded Ukraine. Labor is up 25%, insurance is up 60%. Even successful farmers can't always sell their food directly to you. Joel Salatin revealed that to sell a chicken pot pie from his farm, he'd need a $500,000 kitchen compliance system. Regulations have trapped farmers. The price they receive has dropped from 50% of the retail dollar 80 years ago to just 8% today. The rest goes to processors and retailers. For companies control 85% of America's beef market. That's not a free market, it's an oligarchy. Now let's look at America's fast food empire, built on cheap meals for working families. A combo meal that costs $5 or $6 just a few years ago now regularly hits $10 or more. Between 2019 and 2024, McDonald's prices rose roughly 40%, far outpacing inflation. The result? Traffic from lower-income households, the foundation of fast food, has fallen by double-digit declines. The closure wave is stunning. Wendy's has closed hundreds of locations. Burger King plans to close up to 400. Subway has shut down over 2,600 stores. Pizza Hut, KFC, Popeyes, Taco Bell, they're all struggling. Why? Operating costs are crushing them. Commercial rents are up 34 to 50%. Labor is up 25%. Wholesale food is up nearly 30%. For businesses with 1 to 2% profit margins, these increases are death sentences. And here's the pattern. Wealthy areas still have thriving restaurants. It's working-class neighborhoods that are becoming food deserts. The chains that promised to feed America's middle class are now pricing them out. If farms are struggling and fast food is collapsing, you'd think grocery stores would be stable. You'd be wrong. Let's look at America's worst grocery desserts. In Seattle, nearly 24 stores closed in 2025. Operating costs are up 42%. 30% of people face food insecurity. A state record. South Seattle residents travel 7 to 10 miles for groceries. In St. Louis, over a dozen stores closed. North St. Louis is a near-total food desert. Los Angeles, more than 24 closures. South LA residents drive 5 to 7 miles for basics. From Atlanta and Cleveland to Philadelphia and Baltimore, the story is the same. Rising rents, utility bills, and insurance premiums are forcing stores out. In Memphis, nearly half the city could be a food desert by 2026. In Chicago, it's the south and west sides, where residents travel 6 to 8 miles for affordable food. And in San Francisco, one of America's richest cities, commercial rent has hit over $70 per square foot. While premium markets thrive in some neighborhoods, others, like the Tenderloin, are left with nothing. See the pattern? Operating costs are unsustainable. Insurance companies are pulling out, and the poorest neighborhoods lose access first, while wealthy areas stay stable. This is systematic abandonment. So, what does this mean for you? Through 2028, expect high beef prices. The herd won't rebuild quickly. Through 2026, grocery store closures will likely accelerate. Fast food will keep raising prices. The era of the $5 combo is over. But there's a silver lining. The Make America Healthy Again movement is changing consumer behavior. People are learning that the US allows 10,000 food additives while Europe allows only 400. Trust in industrial food is collapsing. Joel Salatin reports unprecedented demand at his farm because people don't trust the big corporations anymore. Gen Z is eating out less. Home cooking is making a comeback. Direct farm-to-consumer sales are exploding. So, what do experts recommend for your food security? Diversify your sources. Don't depend on just one grocery store. Consider bulk buying from warehouse clubs or directly from farms. Build a pantry with shelf-stable items like rice, beans, and canned goods. Learn to cook, and consider joining a community-supported agriculture program to connect directly with farms. But individual preparation isn't enough. We need to understand the systemic failures. For companies control 85% of beef processing, a handful of corporations dominate our food supply, squeezing farmers and consumers. Regulations designed for food safety have become barriers to competition, eliminating local alternatives. Our food system relies on long-distance trucking, centralized processing, and just-in-time inventory are vulnerable to shocks. Add in a labor crisis and the increasing impacts of climate change, and you have a system on the brink. So here's the complete picture. Farms are struggling. Fast food chains can't stay affordable. Grocery stores in low-income neighborhoods are vanishing. But in the middle of all this, people are waking up. They're questioning industrial food, cooking at home, and buying directly from farms. The crisis is real, the pain is genuine, but the transformation might be necessary. For decades, our food system prioritized convenience and low prices above everything else. Maybe what we're watching isn't just a collapse. Maybe it's a reset, painful but leading to something more resilient. The question is, are you prepared? Not just with a stockpile of rice, but with the knowledge and skills to navigate a food system in transition. This is STATELOG. Stay informed and stay prepared.